All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, everybody. This is Chris Sanchez of the C&D Corner.
Yes, sir. And Dalton Baker, editor and co-host. Before we get started, we wanted to thank y'all for tuning into the last episode, leaving comments, likes, everything, and tuning in and listening and giving your feedback. We appreciate everything. And yeah, let's make this a good second podcast.
Yeah, the overall feedback from the last podcast was pretty good. I had a lot of people tell me they liked it.
Yeah.
There was one person who had their own opinion on it, but I want to get into details.
Can't please everybody.
No, exactly. But not even that. Even people who have negative opinions and things, I don't want to She wanted to be more combative. We should have had arguing talking points. But the thing about this is not about arguing with each other or trying to show who's right, who's wrong. It's just about our way of thoughts, and we're just talking. We're not here to argue. We're not here to be combative. We're not here to, stir any trouble. Really.
No. Yeah, we're just doing this like we said last time, just as a passion project. Excuse me. Just doing it because it's something we just always wanted to do, and we're just happy to be here doing it. We can't please everybody. There's always going to be people that aren't interested in it, but it is what it is.
That's okay.
Overall, I feel we got pretty positive feedback.
Yeah, overall it was positive feedback, but I feel I forgot who said this, and it might have been I think some YouTuber I probably watched at some point was or I don't know, celebrity or Twitter or whatever, but some people the positive comments are so overwhelming and so positive and they're awesome and great, but it's always the one negative or two that bothered me, and I'm trying to not let it not really bothered me, but it was more okay, maybe I try to think with an open mind, maybe I was doing that, or maybe I was doing that incorrectly, or maybe I was being wrong or something. But regardless of all, I'm glad of the positive feedback we got.
Yeah,
people said it was interesting.
Even from the negative feedback, there's stuff you can take away from it.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't want to argue.
They may have points.
Exactly. No one's wrong in the situation.
Yeah, it's just everybody's got their opinions, But we're still new to it.
Yeah, exactly.
So negative feedback's gonna hit different for a little bit.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I feel you grow thicker skin and you get numb to it eventually.
I think everything in life, it's just about grinding and nonstop, training basically. We train in martial arts. It's
Hell yeah.
anything really, like weightlifting or anything. Of course, everybody in the first is gonna start, and it's gonna be overwhelming at first, and it's gonna be kind of hard and difficult and awkward. But actually, and eventually you start getting good at it, and really the main goal of it is just it's fun. It's entertaining. It entertains me. It's fun to talk to my friend. It's just fun.
Hell yeah.
I like recording stuff.
Yeah. Oh, but talking about the training, that's one way the quarantine's been affecting us, and or the lockdown, whatever.
Yeah.
Gym's been closed, so we haven't been able to train, and that's I feel for me at least just been kind of one of them.
We're still getting charged though.
Yeah, for real, we're still getting charged. 24-hour fitness actually got. I think I told you about that.
They got sued, right, or something.
Yeah, they're facing a lawsuit because they're still charging.
It's probably pocket change. They're just throw the money in the guy's face. Shut up.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
You're just an annoyance. Just here, take money, be quiet.
But yeah,
I'm at people take.
Right, I would be hell yeah.
All I had to do was complain, and then they paid me.
Exactly. Shit, where'd my check at? No, I'm kidding.
No, but yeah, we haven't been able to train, so that's made the quarantine just kind of go by slowly, make it more boring. Because
you still been working though, regardless of all.
Yeah, I have still been working. Yeah. So I'm lucky to still be working because a lot of people are getting kind of fucked.
Yeah, I know they're losing their jobs.
Yeah, there's millions of unemployed people. It's crazy.
That's why really my job gave me the option to be off until April 30th. But I have this fear, and I'm always I'm the kind of guy where I like working. I enjoy working. Not I like working. Well, I guess I like working in general because I like making money.
Yeah.
Money creates opportunities. I'm going to school for business administration. I like money. Money is something that creates opportunities and helps you do whatever you want in life. And I always bring this up to my friends or no, it's cool. Don't worry. I always bring this up to my friends and stuff, and we don't get in arguments, but I just make my point. It's people say money isn't happiness, but it does help. Money does make you. It can make you happy. Without money, you want to be able to do stuff.
Yeah, I get what there's the argument that money can't buy happiness, but I think you could at least very least say it sure the fuck helps.
Yeah,
you know?
for real. Because like
if you're not struggling, you know, you have food on the table, shelter over your head, clothes on your back, like you're gonna be happier than if you living a shitty life in a ditch somewhere, you know, under a bridge.
I have this old coworker I used to work with, and he was very like passionate in his business. And I'm the kind of guy where like I don't want to ever put him down or put anyone else down. But I think the only thing, and I'm not saying he did it wrong, or there's no wrong or right way to do this or right way to do anything really in life. It's everyone has their own path and everybody walks their own different direction. It's just, you know, I don't know, everybody's different. But something he did that I don't agree with, and maybe it's just my mentality, and maybe it's just the way I was raised, is that he has a business that he's very passionate and he keeps pushing and trying to make people buy stuff from his business, or he's trying to like encourage people to buy his product basically. Yeah. And but something he did recently, and I gave him the straight up truth before he quit. I was like, hey man, I really don't think you should quit, because it's like, it's not the smartest idea. If you want to have a business, and his business was, I mean, I don't know his financial situation, but like his business was probably, you know, doing okay. And like
side money's always good though.
Yeah, side money. I mean, the thing about doing this and doing martial arts and all this, and you know, doing school business administration and all this, and you're going to school for. What are you going to school for? Sorry. Animation, exactly. Sorry, like some of my mind. I knew it was for something with animation. I just slipped my mind what was called degree.
It's called, well, the degree's called like visual communications, but yeah, it's 3D animation.
Yeah, and like the thing about that is that, sure, like, and everybody who's going to school will get this. Like, it's what you're doing now. It's just momentarily. Hopefully, you know, it's not something you hope to do like in 10, 15 years from now. Like, yeah. like. I'm not saying I'm not trying to downplay anybody who's like, you know, working or, you know, doing a job. Everybody has to work. Yeah. But, grinding, you know. But it's good for the people who, you know, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is that, like, my friend was that he quit my job, and I enjoyed working with him. He quit my job before he was somewhere like he could have, like, you know, like been successful, you know? I'm not saying he's not successful now, but I'm just saying like, he kind of like took steps backwards, you know? Like, like if that makes sense without sounding rude. It's like, I'm not trying to sound rude or like mean. I'm trying to sound like realistic. And like, it's like, okay, the way I see is that I save all my money. And the reason I do that is because I hope that eventually, like, I could do more, you know, I could do more with that money. It's not just, I'm not a spender. I'm not a materialistic person. I'm not like, oh, I need those new, you know, Jordans, you know, I don't care, you know. All that's to me is just momentary satisfaction, like you said last time.
Yeah, honestly. I wanted to add something to that, but I forgot.
No worries. But but anyways, in the grand scheme of things, is that this guy, I think something that we talked about last time was finding your passion that people didn't really like. People like that. Some girl told me that it was very motivating. That we talk. I know, and thing about me is that sure, it might have not motivated everybody, but at least motivated one person, you know? Yeah. And like even one person,
reaching somebody.
You know, one person is better than nobody, you know?
Hell yeah.
And it's just like,
we got a fan, boy.
I mean, I wouldn't say that, but it's just like, it's glad we motivated somebody.
You better tune into this one too.
And I was talking to a mutual friend of ours a while, like maybe weeks ago. I don't know how long ago this was, but he had an issue with like, I'm the kind of guy where like I try to help people find their passion, or I go, okay, what do you really care about? What are you really passionate about? What do you like to do? What do you something like I know somebody who likes playing an instrument. Like she's very passionate about an instrument. It seems like. That's what's up. And I told her, you know what you should do? You should make videos. You know, maybe eventually you'll become big, or maybe not. Like as long as you try, you know, and it's fun. Mm-hmm. And I would watch it. You know, I would listen. I would see, be like, wow, you're doing really great. You know, and maybe eventually you'll get better at making videos, and maybe, you know, you'll be great. Like I'm not saying you're great, not great already, but you know.
No, but the point is, like, if you have something that you're passionate about doing, and something that you're good at, and you know you want to share it with the world, you know, you should just fucking go for it. You can't be worried about what people are gonna think, how people are gonna react to it. You know, whatever, fuck them. At the end of the day, you're doing what you want to do, and yeah, but it doesn't really matter if how other people feel about it. If you're good at it and you know it, then that's all that matters. You know, fuck everybody else. Share it with the world. Show them how great you are, you know? Exactly.
And not even, like, even if nobody, like, appreciates that, like, there's going to be a few people like me who will, you know? Mm-hmm. And, like, I had a friend, I'm sorry I didn't finish earlier, like, I had a friend that I really care about. And he told me, like, a few weeks ago, he goes, Chris, it's awesome that you found your passion. It's awesome that you know what you want to do in life, and you like. And this is where I'm kind of stuck, and I'm like, man, what do I tell him? Because like I really don't know what to tell him, and I really care about this guy. And it's like he was like, it's awesome that you understand what you're passionate about. And it's awesome that you know what you want to do.
Hell yeah.
And he goes, but I don't. And I go, well, man, like I wish it could be like I try to help him. I go, okay, what do you like to do? What do you like to watch? What do you like to do? What do you like? And I think the first thing he did was put himself down. He goes, well, I can't do that, because, like, it's a lot of work. And, no, he just kind of started making excuses.
Yeah, insecurity started coming out.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, like, dude, I really care about you. And it's like, I see a lot of my old friends or people I used to, like, consider good friends, and I see them stuck in this, like, cycle. Like a broken record. They just don't want to ever grow or change or become something better,
Yeah, and that leads back to what we were talking about the last podcast. Humans just aren't meant to get comfortable. We're meant to keep moving forward. So adding on to what you were saying earlier about, you should always have a game plan. Like, you can't just stick it. Like, for example, you can't stay at one job forever. You always have to be looking for new opportunities, new ways to move forward. Go to school, whatever. Start passion projects up. Start sharing what you're great at with the world, and just always find ways to move forward. And like it goes with anything, like working out. If you're working out and your workout starts to feel a little too easy, then start amping it up a little bit and just slowly add on to it. Never let yourself get too comfortable in anything, because I feel like that's just not in human nature. We need to keep moving forward, or we're just gonna be fucking miserable. It's like we were saying last podcast. We've already been into this.
I know, it's true. And I think people just make excuses. They always try to, like...
Yeah, it's because there's always going to be a little voice in the back of your head. Everybody's got that insecurity telling you, oh, you can't do this. The worry, the stress, whatever in the back of your mind, just telling you not to do something, to be afraid to do it, to tell you that you can't do it. But you really just got to put that aside. Just say, hey, voice in the back of my head, let me tell you to shut the fuck up for a second. Because I'm about to do something great, and I'm going to be dope, and you're not going to stop me. And it is what it is.
That's true.
Fuck off, basically.
Nah, but...
You just got to put those thoughts aside and just say fuck it and just do what you want to do.
To anybody who's feeling in the situation where they don't know what they want to do and they feel like lost in life right now, my biggest advice, and this I don't mean to sound rude or like, I'm being, not insensitive. Like, I don't... But it's just that I feel like as if you have to figure it out. Yeah. No one's gonna hold you by the hand. I can help. I can try, and I can maybe ask you what you're passionate about, and what do you care about. But if you're not trying to help yourself out, then what can I do?
Yeah, everything leads back to how you feel, the emotions you're feeling, what's in your head, what you're thinking. Like, you can apply this to anything. Like, take a relationship for an example. A lot of people get into relationships because they feel like that will bring them happiness, that will, fix their mental and emotional problems. They're looking for other people to fix them, essentially. And whenever they get into the relationship and they realize that that's not working, then they blame that person, and then the relationship becomes, toxic. But what it really is it's not that person. That person doesn't have anything to do with your emotions, your business inside. I mean, a little bit, but at the end of the day, what it really is it's you. You have to look inside yourself and figure out why you're not happy. Why you don't have that inner peace. It's not on anybody else. At the end of the day,
I think that's just everybody in life. Sometimes they always try to put the blame on somebody else. Like,
yeah, because that's the easy thing.
I used to do that. Like, I used to be the guy who would be like, oh, it's because you did this to me, or I used to be like, I think I started like soul searching, I guess, at one point after like one relationship I had.
Like meditating and shit?
Not even meditating, more like I kind of got to the point where I was like, you know what if I'm the issue? What if I'm the problem? Maybe it's me who's like needs to, not man up. I don't want to say like man up, but like needs to like grow. I used to be the kind of guy years ago when I was young, when I was younger, I used to be like very like self-manipulative, I guess. I used to be like always like, I always would blame others. Mm-hmm. And I think in a relationship, in any relationship, friendships, relationships, you either grow together or you grow apart. And if you're if you're in a relationship and you're always fighting, you're going back and forth, you're making up back and forth, you're not growing together.
Yeah.
You're just stuck together, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it always comes back to you. You know, you can't. Like the way I see it, what I've learned over the years is, you can't look to other people and expect them to, you know, fix themselves or fix you or whatever. In a situation, you always have to look at what you can do to improve the situation. Don't look to others to improve it for you. You know, if you want a situation to change, if you want something in your life to change, it really just comes down. My bad. It really just comes down to you, to what you're willing to put in to, you know, get the whatever change you're trying to seek in that situation. You know, I mean, I'm not a fucking wordsmith over here. I'm probably not explaining this super well, but I feel like you can get the gist of what I'm trying to say. You know.
Just a side note, anybody who hears any noise in the background, it's my grandparents washing dishes, so I apologize. Anyways.
Gotta wash them dishes, boy.
Yeah, I know, shit. They're like, fuck that podcast. No, I'm kidding. But
yeah, let's go over some. Oh, sorry, what were you about to say?
No, I'm not gonna say nothing. I think we overall finished my point. But I think another thing I wanted to talk about was escaping depression. And I'm not saying, I think we all deal with depression. I think
to some extent, yeah.
I think everybody does. Like, everybody's like not moping, but everybody's like depressed about something, you know. Someone's maybe maybe you don't like the way you are financially. Mm-hmm. You don't like the way maybe you don't like yourself. Maybe
it's like you find yourself depressed because you're not satisfied with something.
Yeah.
So it just bums you out. But actually, I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to add.
No, but I have a friend who's depressed, and he I think we didn't get really in an argument. We got like in a discussion about how like to feel better about being depressed. The reason I say argument was because, like, I think I brought up the fact that, you know, we got in a topic about like a drug, and I said I told this mutual friend of ours that I don't like him doing this drug. And then this friend of mine who's close to me tells me, well, you can't tell him what he can do with his life or not do with his life. And that's him. And I go, no offense. And I told, no offense, man. I really care about you. But, like, that's pretty shitty advice, you know? Like, am I supposed to be waiting till his funeral and be like, man, I wish I told him, you know, don't do that, you know?
Yeah. But so I mean, I think his point was, at the end of the day,
it's that guy's, you know, choice.
Yeah. He's going to do what he wants to do.
Exactly.
And you can only...
But I'm gonna say something.
No,
you know?
I mean, yeah, and I feel like you should, you know, if you can help in any way. You know, you see somebody struggling with addiction, if you can help any way, then yeah, you should in any way that you can. But at the end of the day, you know, it's really just on them. If they want to continue down that path, then they're gonna, because people are just stubborn.
I see a lot of people, like old friends of mine, and they're in that path. They're on that path where they're doing drugs. They're getting more deeper and deeper into addictions. The reason they do all these addictions, in my opinion, I could be wrong. I could always be wrong. You know, I'm never right. But like, I feel like psychologically, they seem like they're not going anywhere. So they seem like, okay, how can I numb this effect of not going anywhere? Let me do drugs. Let me keep constantly doing drugs. I'm actually trying to quit smoking. I'm actually trying to quit smoking at the moment. You know?
Yeah. My bad.
Because I feel like I'm like in the point where, like, I guess a part of me, like, psychologically, it's like, man, I need to do this. I would have like a schedule, a routine in my head, like, okay, I need to go smoke at this time and do this at this time. And then I think the other day I was like, why am I doing this? Like, this is like I think I like about you, Dalton, is that you're very you don't need that. You're never like the guy who goes like, oh man, I can't wait to go home, you know, smoke a fat blunt or something, you know. Yeah. You're never that kind of guy. You're just that guy who goes, okay, I'm gonna go home and play Skyrim, I don't know, you know, do something, you know.
Hell yeah.
And it's like I'm not that guy. It's like I'm the guy where it's like I'm not saying I'm trying to become like you, but I'm trying to become more self-disciplined.
Yeah, well, the thing about that is it's just that drugs have just never really been my kick. Like, I'll do them if they're offered, but there's
but I don't think
been something I'll like seek out on my
own. Go buy or something.
Yeah,
I've never seen you do that.
I don't care that much, but that's because I've always kind of found that my kicks were just, in other places. Like, some people get their kicks from, doing drugs and, just sitting on the fucking couch and spacing the fuck out and just zoning out in their head on the drug and shit. But that's never been my kick. I've always been more of, like, an adrenaline junkie type.
I get you. I guess I'm sort of like that too. I think that's why I like working out and doing martial arts.
Yeah, and training and just pushing your body to just
I do love
to the
that.
limits.
Like,
see, like, that's what gets me off for, like, sex. I used to be like fucking crazy into sex, porn, masturbating, that kind of shit. So that's another.
I think every guy has, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, but some dudes just get deeper into it, and it's just like people have their different kind of kicks. At the end of the day, that's true.
Everybody gets their own kicks, and there's nothing wrong with doing stuff. It's more like, I think the thing that I was always bringing up about you is that you're moderate. You do things moderately. You don't do things like, oh, I need it every day or every week or every day. I think it damages me financially because I have like, and I think a better way, and I always say this, like, I think a better way to understand others is to understand. I mean, what I say, it's like a better way to understand yourself is by understanding others. Yeah. And if you ever can like look at yourself and be like, man, I have an issue, I have a problem, or I have something, then that's growth. That's something good. Like, you're acknowledging it. Some people don't never acknowledge it. They just keep going like, paying $60 every week for their kick or whatever. And then before they know it, they go, man, why I can't save. It's like, it's not that you can't save, it's just that you're not disciplined enough to save,
Yeah. I mean, that goes back to our friends too. Like, they'll just get jobs temporarily whenever they feel like they need money, and then whenever they get enough, or they feel like they get enough, they'll just, instead of continuing to work hard and build up and start to establish their future, they'll just say, okay, fuck it, I got enough for that zip, I'm gonna go buy that and fuck off. I
know.
And it's just like it's just a vicious cycle. It's just, instead of looking to improve, it's always just going in that fucking circle, just going back to that. And yeah, I feel like the key to life and success, is just, like you said, it's just really moderation. If you just moderate everything you do and just go with the flow and just chill, you'll be alright. Except for the shit you're passionate about. Like, we're passionate about training, martial arts, that shit.
I mean, this is fun too. Like, I like doing this. This is
podcast.
This is just fun to me.
The shit that you're passionate about, like,
just do it.
Yeah, do that every chance that you can get.
Nike, don't sue me. Huh? Nike, don't sue me. But really, just do it.
Yeah, that shit. The way I see it, certain shit is good for moderation. Like, stuff that's can get out of hand real quick, like drugs, alcohol, etc. That shit, yeah, do it in moderation, or else it'll get out of hand real quick. Trust me, we've all been there. We've all been teenagers once, drinking obnoxiously and doing a fuckload of drugs for no reason. But when it comes to your passions, I say fucking do that every chance you get, every second of every day if you could.
Yeah, because every time you stop and every time you put yourself down and every time you make excuses, you're going back weeks, you're going back years, you're going back maybe 10 years. Like,
like, that's why this fucking quarantine, I feel like, has been killing us both, because we haven't been able to train. And that's,
I think you gotta, I try to always think positively, so I've been just lifting weights more. I stopped lifting weights when we started training all the time, so it's like, now I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna keep lifting weights every day, or keep lifting weights every other day, and try to get stronger.
Yeah, for me,
for something,
For me, I've been running a lot more. I still do drills on the bag, so I've been keeping up with my kickboxing, but obviously my jiu-jitsu's suffering because it takes two to tango in that, pretty much.
That's true.
There's solo drills for that, but it's obviously a lot more.
You missed my headlock.
Yeah, bro. Choke me out. That's my fetish.
10-0. No, I'm kidding.
No, but
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like stuff like boxing and kickboxing, Muay Thai is just easier to self-train, because if you got a bag, you're good. You can run.
Well, kind of, not practice. Really, because I think it's.
Well, sparring is a huge part of it.
I think sparring is what we need to get into more, because I feel like we don't spar enough.
Yeah, definitely, and so yeah, basically that. And I follow this guy. Well, I can't say the name, but I follow this guy on YouTube who released this video recently about solo drills for jiu-jitsu. So I'm gonna start doing more of those.
I didn't even know you could do that, solo drills.
I'll send you the video so you can start practicing it too, just so we can get some jiu-jitsu in still, because honestly I miss fucking jits.
I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I feel like every time I do jiu-jitsu, people are always like, man, you're strong, you know, like you're way stronger than you look.
That's good.
And I know that I think that's good. I think that's why I kind of miss jiu-jitsu in a way, because it felt good, you know, choking people out who were twice my weight, you know, twice my size. It felt good, like, you know.
Yeah, honestly, there's something about jiu-jitsu that just...
that's real adrenaline, because you're like literally fighting for your life at that moment.
Yeah, there's something about jiu-jitsu, dude, that just... More than any martial art that I've done, it's just like that one just seems to really give me a different feeling, like a different sense of confidence. And I feel like it's because you can go, like you have the ability in jiu-jitsu to go so hard. Like you can try your hardest and not really have to worry about hurting anybody. So, you know, it's just...
I think I get injured the most in jiu-jitsu because I'm always like bruised up. Like once we go like hard in training in jiu-jitsu and it's like live training, like the next day I look at my body and I go, shit, where all these bruises come from, you know?
I mean, that's true.
It's fun. Jiu-jitsu's fun, don't get me wrong, but I think
I miss it.
I like striking and I like jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
But striking's fun too, because I think striking's fun because I like a professor. A professor's cool.
I do too. Yeah, and I feel like striking's just feels more natural for me to pick up. I feel like I'm better on the feet. You know, I feel like striking...
Yeah, which is weird because, like, you're bigger than me, but when it comes to jiu-jitsu, like in striking, I can feel the power of your punches. And when it goes to jiu-jitsu, you know, I choke you out. I'm not trying to sound like not trying to sound like a douchebag.
No, I mean that's good because
But you do get that
you gotta
Zico choke
learn,
on
you
me.
know? Yeah.
So it's like you're getting better. You know?
But you said, you know, since... Well, I can't say his name, but since the other guy that used to train with used to do that choke on you all the time, you know how to get out of it. Or survive it.
I just, you know, pray to God and go, don't choke me to death. There's probably a way better way than that. But I just go, and I flex my neck, and I'm just like, God damn, don't kill me.
Yeah, even though I'm not that good at... I mean, I can recognize that I'm really not the best jiu-jitsu guy, but something about it is just, I don't know, really fucking satisfying, dude. I miss it. But yeah, I think striking's definitely... When it comes to like us actually competing and fighting, I think striking is going to be my bread and butter.
Yeah, you're a pretty good striker. I think I'm more like speed when it comes to striking. I can go really fast in combinations. I remember combinations. I think at first I used to be kind of struggle with remembering combinations, and I don't know what happened. I think you know, can we say? But like remember when we started, our professor was like, everybody goes through that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I could. Hey, he said it. You didn't say it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can bleep it out if you want me to.
Yeah, maybe we should. Someone who's going to be like, I can't believe you said that word. But yeah.
That is offensive, sir. No,
yeah,
sir.
right.
I'm going to start my own podcast to bash you.
No, I'm joking. But yeah, no, that's true, though. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been trying to practice speed, too, more on the bag instead of power.
I think it's just because you have longer arms. Really what it is. I think that's just what it is. You see that video I sent you of that dude like knocking that one dude out?
Yeah.
Dude, his head like sounded like
the short guy.
Yeah.
Punched him in the neck.
Yeah, dude didn't even punch him. Like punched him in the face, or the barely tapped his chin. This dude like his head sounded like metal on the concrete. Just go crook, and I was like, damn, bro, that dude's like, dude, you can already hear the ambulance coming.
Dude, that other video too of the guy that was like 5'2",
oh yeah,
6'5" guy. He's like, you took my pop tart. I'll fuck you up, bro.
He's like, come fight me over here. Oh, so dumb. That was pretty funny.
Hit him with your keys, bro.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Gay for that.
And the other dude was getting his ass beat. You saw,
he was 6'5" guy.
Yeah, he was like, but he was like skinny. He was like really skinny. Like dude had no gains.
Honestly.
But yeah.
And he handled that like a bitch, like his friend said. Even his friend called him out. Like,
yeah, I know.
Don't hit him with your keys. Like, what is your purse next? Like, chill. If you get handled, you get handled. Just accept it.
Also,
take it like a man.
For everything I said before this, I don't mean to sound bashful. I'm just trying to say what a friend would say, you know?
Yeah.
I'm saying because I care.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't care. You know?
It's not about, you know, being bitter or being resentful or anything like that. You're just saying because you're worried about the dude. You know?
Yeah, I care about this guy. And I don't know. I care about... I have this like issue where I always... Even when people don't like me, I just care about them. I don't know why. It's like... Maybe it's a... I don't know, coping mechanism for something, but I just care about people. I never like to have like enemies. I never really hold a grudge because I don't really see the point. It's like unproductive.
It's not worth it because really at the end of the day, it affects you more than it affects them. Because you know, if you're sitting around wasting your time hating somebody, you know, it's really just affecting you. They're not even gonna know.
Yeah, I know.
You're just gonna be sitting here in your room just boiling, and that dude's just gonna be out, you know, doing whatever he wants, you know,
exactly.
Beating his meat, having a good time.
Yeah, and I think everything I do in the past or have done before, and I still do dumb stuff and I say dumb stuff now, I try to immediately learn from it or immediately go, okay, I need to not do that and do something else. Like I had an issue a few years ago, or maybe in general, like I had an issue with my anger. I used to like kind of have anger issues, not like I think I was very bad at controlling my anger, and I let it show, and that was bad. I shouldn't have done that. And I think the way I kind of got better at that was that I kind of made the connection that anger is a weakness. And I think once I made that connection, I was like, you know, it's kind of, you know, why am I going to be weak-minded, you know? Like, I think I just breathe in and out and I acknowledge the situation. I try to go, okay, how can I approach a situation without, you know, being dumb?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you just like think it through first before you go through your actions.
Like when people are being like trying to like offend me or trying to get on my nerves, really trying to like bother me, I just like, and I go, okay, what do I say to this guy? Instead of going like, oh, well, you know, because once you're angry, you say something dumb. You say something off the top of your head, you're like, man, and then later you regret it. At least I do. I say dumb stuff and I go, man, why did I say that?
Yeah, because I mean, I do that shit all the time. I'll just be in the shower and I'll just think back about some time whenever I was younger where I said something stupid or did something stupid and I'll just fucking cringe.
Yeah, I know, me too.
I'll be like, what the fuck was I thinking?
I feel like, man, I really shouldn't have told that person this, or I shouldn't really have messaged them this, or shouldn't have told them this. And I go, God, I'm such an idiot. Why did I do that? But then, like, I guess that shows growth, you know? A lot of people grow into, like, their 60s or die, and, they never realize that. They're like, fuck it, you know?
Fuck
that guy. There's this guy at my job.
He was a bitch anyway.
Right? There's a guy at my job who he dislikes me. And I give this guy a ride home. He lives like an hour away.
Damn.
Yeah, he lives an hour away. So it's like, and you know, and the drive back, you know.
Yeah.
And man, I don't even remember why he hates me, to be honest. It was such
that guy, the one that was like,
Don't let him like Chris.
Oh no, that's another guy. That guy is in North Carolina.
Oh, he moved already?
Yeah, he's long gone. Yeah, that guy was like, he always would say stuff like try to offend me, and then like I would never say anything back because like I don't care, you know. Yeah. He would like, and the
was
thing.
Was he trying to be a dick about it though, or was he just like talking shit, trying to pass time at work? Because I know some dudes do that.
No, he was trying to get on my nerves.
Oh.
But like, you could tell at some point someone like hurt him or offended him, and he's like, oh, okay, you know, I need a.
His mom yelled at him that morning.
Yeah.
He's taking it out on you.
He's like, my mom told me I couldn't have a Lunchable today. So, but no, it's just
my
like
SpaghettiOs, bro.
Yeah, I know.
She didn't make me my SpaghettiOs when I wanted them yesterday.
But then I just look at him. I go, yeah, buddy. You know, I don't care.
Yeah.
I just go, who cares?
Yeah, just let them have it, because obviously, you know, if someone's going out of their way to try to piss you off or, you know, get under your skin, what does that say about them? You know,
exactly.
They're obviously
and I think that's
hurting or something's going on in their head.
That's the best advice I can give, is because like once you do it, once you get mad, they're like, oh yeah, I got him. You know, like, oh, he's mad now. But now I kind of was just like, okay. And I think he kind of like, and then the thing that's funny is that he didn't like me when he first started, and then eventually I can kind of tell he kind of grew to like me.
Yeah.
And plus, everybody in my job speaks Spanish, so it's like, you know, I'm one of the only English speakers, so he didn't have anyone to talk to.
Oh.
You know, some white dude, you know. And it's like he just didn't like me, and it's whatever. Like at first he didn't like me, and then eventually I think once he realized, like, man, he doesn't hate me. And he started, you know, trying to be nice to me. He would say dumb stuff all the time, but it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, but you could just tell he was starting to grow.
Yeah, but yeah, there's this dude in my job. There's another guy, and I give this guy like a ride home. He lives an hour away, and one of my coworkers was like, because this guy, he was like, he's one of those guys who talks smack all the time. He's like always saying like, oh, you mama this, you this, you this, you that, you this. Like he's like a smack talker. Like he likes talking smack. And my friend, he's a big dude, and he's pretty, you know, big and he's strong and scary looking.
Yeah.
But he's one of my greatest friends to this day. Like I really like him. I don't want to say his name.
Yeah.
But you know.
I know who you're talking about.
But he's a really good friend, and I guess and I'm good at like, you know, saying comebacks or like saying stuff. But I kind of was like I even told him this is the way. So I go, I don't want to say anything because, you know, and this is how he plays. Like he likes to play back and forth. Because I even invited him. I go, hey, do you want to come sit with us? You know, I'm the kind of guy where like, you know, I try to be friends. And then he goes this and that, and I go, and then my friend goes, hey, you know, be quiet. And then he goes, what? Blah, 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 blah. And then my friend's the kind of guy where like I really care about him, but he's the kind of guy where he goes from 0 to 100 like that. And I look at my friend and I go, hey, you know, calm down. It's cool. You know, I'm not offended. I don't care. You know, whatever he says, it's like, You know, I don't care. And I give this guy a ride home. I'm telling you, like, you know, for reference.
Yeah.
Before all this.
Yeah.
And and then later we leave the break room and I go, hey man, like, what's up? Like, you know, you seem kind of mad or you seem kind of upset. And the other coworkers are telling me that you're mad at me. Like, what did I do to you?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say anything to you. And he goes, well, I don't like the way your friend was talking to me. And I go, okay. It's like, what does that have to do with me though? You know, I don't have.
Wait, which guy said that?
The guy who was like talking smack, and my friend was like, "Hey, be quiet."
Oh, okay.
You know, I was just like, "Hey, man, what did I do?" Because he seemed mad at me. This is after, like, we had like 2 hours left to work still, and
Why
I go,
the fuck would he get mad at you for somebody else?
exactly. And this is what I'm trying to get to. Like, I give this dude a ride home, and I'm the kind of guy where, like, even though he doesn't like me to this day, like, I'm gonna probably see him work on Monday, and to this day he doesn't like me. Like, it's just some people are like that, man. And I can't do nothing for him. But I'm the kind of guy where, like, if it was raining or if I see, hey, you need a ride, I would ask. I'd be like, hey, man, you need a ride?
Yeah, some people are just like, basically, you get one chance with them, and then that's it. You know, they just drop you.
And it's funny because when I met him, like, I kind of helped him train him, and when I met him, he was like, oh, I'm chill. I hate drama. I hate you know, I'm here to get my check and go home, and, you know, he basically everything he said was like, you know, a lie. It seemed like. And I'm the kind of guy where, like, once you start stating, like, well, I'm this guy, I'm that guy, I'm this guy, it's like, you're not.
Yeah, I got a coworker like that. You know, just a bullshitter, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I got a coworker like that, and we've been having problems with him lately just because I feel like he's been getting too comfortable, you know, just bullshitting us. And, well, you know, I don't know, he's probably going to listen to this. I probably shouldn't get into it. He's not a bad guy. I feel like he's got, I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, probably.
He just doesn't know how to work with people. It seems like. It sounds like.
Well, no. Yeah, honestly.
I mean, just say the truth, man. Someone's going to tell him. And if he doesn't like it, then who cares?
I mean, yeah, I guess that's on him.
Yeah, it's on him. Like,
yeah, the deal with him is he just essentially, he just bullshits a lot. And I feel like he's getting just too comfortable bullshitting everybody at the job. And, like, the thing about him is, like, we'll all talk shit to him, and it may seem like we gang up on him at times, but it seems like he always gets himself in these situations because it seems like he starts, like, he'll make some comment and or something. It seems like he starts talking shit, and then he gets upset when people talk shit back at him.
That's kind of how this guy was.
Yeah, I guess, like, what you could say is, like, he likes to dish it out, but doesn't like to take
exactly.
it. That starts to piss him off whenever people throw it back at him.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he's just, I don't know, I just feel like he's getting too comfortable being like that.
It's okay. I think people like that, like, they either hear it from somebody that does, that you'd rather hear from somebody close to you, than somebody who you don't know.
Yeah.
Because they have some more, you know, impact. Mm-hmm. If it's just some random dude, he's gonna be like, whatever. But he's like, oh, you know, maybe I am like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to work on that. Because I'm the kind of guy where, like, sure, someone probably did something wrong to you, bad to you. Maybe they're treating you wrong or treating other people wrong. But it's like, if they can change and if you can change and maybe you can be kind to them and maybe you can start being nice to them. Maybe he's like, hey, maybe I should stop acting this way. You know, it's all them. You know, it's never you. But I'm the kind of guy where it's like, if you don't ever voice your opinion, how are they ever going to know? Yeah. Are they just supposed to, like, one day be like, oh, read your mind? They can't.
Yeah.
So you got to just be like, hey, man, you know, chill.
Yeah. And, I mean, a lot of the times I feel like he doesn't mean anything by it. Like, he'll say something, but I don't think there's malicious intent behind it. A lot of the time, sometimes I think there is. Like, when he gets pissed off, I think he starts purposely trying to be a dick and purposely trying to say shit to get under
It's probably
skin.
just a coping mechanism. Like,
yeah,
he just needs to do that because he needs to feel better, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of the times at the start, I feel like he'll say something that'll, you know, maybe piss somebody off, but I don't think he means anything by it, you know? Because we all just kind of talk shit at work, you know? We all poke fun at each other.
Yeah.
It's like what I was saying in the last podcast, you know, you have to have thick skin to work in construction and really just survive in the world because
yeah, that's true.
You can't. That's the problem I see with a lot of the world right now. Like, a lot of people expect the world to be more sensitive to them and more coddling to them and more, I guess, more catering to them.
Yeah.
But they, you're not gonna get anywhere like that. You can't expect the world to just come together and just say, hey, we need to be more sensitive in this aspect, or more catering in this aspect, more whatever.
But a lot of people have that issue where
they expect like the world to change around
them,
but they don't change.
Exactly. Exactly. Like
That's what I'm trying to say.
they act like as if like I think the worst thing you can ever do in life is say like, I don't need to know. I'm fine. I don't need to learn more. I'm the guy who I am, and I'm good with that. Don't think that way.
That goes back to like just getting too comfortable. You get too comfortable in your own head thinking that way, but I just feel like we're not meant to be comfortable, because if we get too comfortable, then there's no room for growth.
Exactly. But that's a lot of people in life. That's a lot of people in life. A lot of people are fine like making check and spending half their check on like going out to the bar,
weed,
or buying like clothes, or just buying dumb stuff. Like all that
weed,
stuff.
beer.
Like in 5 years, you're gonna be like, where's that shirt? Like none of that stuff matters. Like all that stuff is just
material.
Material.
It's really just all material. The way I see it, unless you see yourself utilizing it, then why spend your money on it? Because then it's just a waste.
It's to satisfy you.
Yeah, it's gonna sit in your closet. It's gonna gather.
It's
dust.
to satisfy you.
Take up space.
And this is the worst thing people ever do is that. And I always sound like I know how people think, right? But this is what I see from my perspective is that. Oh, sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, good. My bad. It was because I burped.
A little bit. I'm kidding. It's cool.
Dude, I ate like a burger earlier.
Yeah.
And this shit was basically like red. Like I swear it was fucking raw.
Right.
And I feel like it's fucking up my stomach. That's why I'm not really drinking that much.
That's fine. No worries.
It's making my stomach feel worse. But yeah, that's why I keep burping and shit.
No, that's cool.
But my bad, go ahead.
I actually forgot what I was talking about. Don't worry about it.
Fuck it. Alright, let's move on to another topic.
You want to talk about simps?
Hell yeah, I want to talk about simps.
Okay, let me put the definition down of simps.
The simps are kings, bro.
No.
All simps are kings.
Okay.
And all women deserve to be queens.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with giving like, I guess like it's your money and you can do what you want with your money. If you feel like this girl who you'll never ever ever in 100 years have a chance with.
I may sniff that pussy once.
No, like you'll never
I'll
like
throw $100 at it.
Like you'll never have the opportunity to ever be like. All right. Sorry about that, guys. We had some technical difficulties.
Yep.
I apparently don't know what a space bar is.
We accidentally paused the podcast and we kept talking.
I really hope I didn't do that earlier, but it's okay.
Fuck it. We'll find out when we get to that editing. But
New subject.
Simps. Simping.
Okay, the definition of a simp is that you'll never ever get the opportunity to ever be with this girl in probably like 100 billion thousand years.
Yo.
And you're giving them your livelihood, but at the end it's like your money. You can do whatever you want. Like I can't control what you do. It's your bank account, but that's what a simp is to me. Like somebody who has 15,000 followers, or somebody who's not a mainstream artist, and you want to support them. And if they're a female or male or whatever, you're not really simping for them because you're trying to support the artist.
Yeah, it's because it's not.
What's that?
It's not about you getting laid. It's about you supporting their work. That's one thing.
Well, you're not on social media, but you know that new girl, like her name's like thing, and like or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
my coworker told me about it.
Dude, like all the dudes are like obsessed with her, like on Twitter and stuff. It's like, dude, like I thought she was attractive, but then I started seeing the video she was posting, and it was just very like it was directed towards like the simp audience.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. After my coworker told me about her and showed me the video, I went on YouTube and I searched her up, and I found like a compilation video of her videos or like her TikToks.
Yeah.
And I watched them, and it's like they're all the fucking same.
Pretty much.
She's just in different outfits, doing a slightly different dance to a different song, but it's all like the same shit. There's no talent, and these are the people that.
But they go and come, and they go and come. Like those girls always go and come. And I'm not trying to, and I doubt she would ever listen to this, but I'm not trying to talk bad about your craft or whatever you call it. But it's just like, it's like
it's not a craft. She's not doing anything. The dances that they do were thought up by somebody else. The song is somebody else's. The only thing is it's her there.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, really. It's just her and her boobs,
She's mouthing the song. She's doing some dance that somebody else choreographed. And
She does like that one like smirk where like her face is like to the side. She just like
yeah,
like I don't know how she does that. Like that would hurt my face.
yeah. But the point is like these girls, the girls that we're talking about, you know, it's not just, obviously not just any female on the internet, because there's plenty of females that have incredible talent on the internet, and if they want to share that and you want to help them, you know, get bigger and show off their talent by donating to them, that's one thing. But like if you're donating to a female specifically because you're just attracted to her and you like she's talentless essentially,
Yeah.
like, you know, she doesn't really have a lot to offer.
I mean, you could consider her. I'm not saying I'm that guy, but I'm just saying like from their perspective, she'd be like, "Well, she's a model, bro."
Yeah, but it's like their sole objective is to just donate to her because she's hot. That's not a, in my opinion, valid reason.
I know
well,
it's
in a
not.
lot
No,
of,
it's not. I don't agree.
A
I'm
lot
just
of
saying.
guys' opinions, it's not a valid reason to donate to somebody. You know, if they have an actual talent that you want to support, that's one thing. But if you just want to donate to them because they make your pee-pee hard,
Right.
that shit's pretty lame.
No, I agree. I agree 100%.
You're
It's
just-
pretty lame.
What you're doing there is like you're ignoring the people that have actual talent. You're not giving them a chance, and then you're blowing up this girl that you know may not really deserve it because she doesn't really do a lot. Like I've seen her videos, she just dances and shows her titties and mouths some song.
Yeah, true.
You know, it's there's nothing really there. And, you know, if you're blowing up people like that, you know, you're blowing up people that don't really have talent, but you just find attractive. And what you're doing there is like, you know, you're ignoring. I feel like you're ignoring the people with talent, and you're kind of killing the opportunities for them. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, in the end, it's their money. If they want,
yeah.
if they want to donate like 30,000 to her, I don't care.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I don't know if what I said just makes a lot of sense.
Well, I
It
mean,
may
it's
not-
whatever.
It may not make sense.
It's cool. I mean, like, I guess really why I brought that up was only because, like, to understand what a simp is, because I see it a lot on social media, on Twitter, and it's, like, thrown on there, like, oh, you're simping, like, and it's not even, like, the right kind of definition.
Oh yeah. Let's get one thing straight. Simp is a term that's been around for a long fucking time. It's not anything new, okay? This is before the internet.
I think people throw it the wrong way. That's the
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah, it's even before the internet.
How you buy your girl flowers? You're a simp.
Yeah. Simp is a sucker, idolizing, mediocre pussy. Okay? This is something that's been around long before the internet. There's been suckers since the dawn of time.
That's true.
Okay?
But think about, like, her,
People-
like
people are
you know,
just
like, they're
throwing
like
around
Kate
this term
Upton.
too
Like, Kate
loosely.
Upton was like that. Like, everyone was like, wow, she's so hot, big boobs, whatever.
Mhm.
And then what happened to her? Probably has, like, millions,
Somebody
but...
else with big boobs came and
I know,
replaced
right?
her.
Like, exactly. Like, they just keep lining up. Like people like this come and go, so it's like not that
Never-
big of a deal. You
Never
know?
underestimate horny nerds on the
I know, right? They're like, I don't know you, but here's my whole check. You know, here's my rent money.
Dude, you ever seen? That reminds me of the show. I don't know if you heard about it, but it's called 90 Day Fiance.
Is that the show with that dude with like no neck? And everybody's like talking about.
Probably.
Yeah, and dude's like,
I don't want to talk shit about the guy,
they're so beautiful.
but yeah, I was actually thinking, like, I saw a clip of him, and I was just thinking, like, is it possible for him to turn his head to the side?
Right?
Like,
But, like,
I
hey,
feel
dude, like he's like his back's turned to you. Like, hey, dude, look at this, and it's like takes him like 10 seconds to like turn around.
I don't know. Again, I'm not trying to talk shit
No,
about
I'm
him.
joking. Sorry.
I'm just genuinely curious. Like, can he turn his head right or left, or does he have to move his whole body?
Damn, he would be awesome in jiu-jitsu. Like no neck.
Dude,
Those guys
honestly,
are the hardest to choke. With people guys with no necks. I'm like, God
he'll
damn.
be a tank.
Yeah.
But then the way to beat him would just be go for his arms or ankle pick him like
Yeah,
Tony
right.
Ferguson.
Right.
You know?
But yeah. Oh, also talking about UFC. UFC was 249.
Oh wait, but what I was gonna say about 90 Day Fiance, like those guys are simps, you know, like
Of
the
course.
guys that will type on the internet and they'll make an account on like some Ukrainian site to talk to some chick that you have to pay to even talk to.
Yeah.
Like you have to pay to create an account on the site. You have to pay to talk to the girls, and every session you log in to talk to this bitch, you have to pay, and You'll never see her face. You'll never FaceTime her. You'll never meet her in person. She'll just take your money. Like, those are simps. That is a sucker idolizing mediocre pussy, because he's idolizing this bitch that's, completely mediocre. If she was anything, she wouldn't have to be stealing money from strangers on the internet.
I mean, like, honestly, that
Like,
chick,
she's a loser.
She's a gangster because fucking taking his money. Whatever. Who cares?
Because that's such a bum ass grind. That's such a bum
I
ass
guess,
hustle.
I guess, but like in the end, I don't look at her like as if like, and I'm trying to simp. I'm just kidding, but I'm not looking at her as like, wow, what a loser. I mean, like in the end, it's like they're both losers. Don't get me wrong, but like it's mainly the guy's fault. It's like, dude, like
he's definitely the sucker. He's definitely the bigger loser in this situation. I just feel like she's a loser too.
No, of course.
She's not contributing. She's just, her occupation is being a lazy hoe, essentially.
I wonder who's like came with the idea on TLC. It was like, it'd be perfect.
Yeah, would be perfect to put on the learning channel.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I guess that is educational. You're looking at
not
these
really
dudes,
like,
yeah, because it's showing you how not to be, what not
don't
to
be
be.
this guy.
Yeah, like if you're
Don't
a
be this
man,
chick.
don't be this. Yeah, don't be this chick. It's crazy. Like, I can't watch that show, man. It's cringy.
I can't. I watched like a clip on like Twitter, and I was like,
It's hard to look at.
it's hard. It's like, bro, like please,
Yeah.
like you're both like. I think the thing about him is that I don't know if
What,
it's like
the net guy?
yeah, I don't know if it's like his IQ or maybe he's just. And I always think like perspective. Like maybe he's like like sad and lonely.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like maybe he just maybe he thinks he found somebody who would care for him, or
Yeah, I think a lot of these people, it's
just loneliness.
It's desperation.
It's desperation. Yeah.
Loneliness and desperation. And
So I feel bad for him, really, more than anything.
Yeah, the loneliness and desperation makes them naive and just blind, essentially, to what's really going on, and really stubborn. They're not gonna listen to anything, because I've seen the show. Like, these people's family members, their friends, everybody that's around them, is always saying, this is a shitty idea. And they're always like, yeah, I know, it's a bad idea, but I'm going to go ahead and send this bitch $500,000 anyway.
That's true.
Online. I'm going to go ahead and...
I don't know.
Just give her my whole bank account.
I guess the next subject I had in
Or
mind...
not 500, that was
was
like
that,
5,000.
No, it's true. But I think the next subject I had was like one-sided racism. I just want to talk about this real quick and brush through it real quick. In my opinion on, one-sided racism.
I don't even know what that means, to be honest. What do you mean one-sided?
Well, I mean, one-sided racism would be like... It's like...
Isn't that just racism?
No, it's just racism.
Like, if you're
really.
racist to one person...
But like racist
that's
towards like
one-sided.
one typical race.
Oh,
like-
like you're just picking out one race
Yeah.
in specific to be
Yeah, and I
racist?
think something social media... And you don't use social media. I'm social media. But something social media does is that they dislike white people. I don't know why. That's like a thing now. It's like...
Is that social media or just like Twitter?
No,
I know Twitter's bad.
Twitter's like that for real. And then like they're getting like 100K more than that, like likes, like yeah, I agree, they suck.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
thought it was more Twitter, because like you go on Instagram, I feel like Instagram's more shitty memes and like girls'
I don't
asses.
even use Instagram. That's like it's like you have no. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but Instagram to me is like it's a waste of time.
It's just
Twitter
I feel
is-
like it's just girls' asses and memes.
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty accurate.
Or like those emotional, or not emotional, like quote unquote inspirational quote Instagram pages that are like, if you want it, go and get it. And then it's run by somebody who's
I think
depressed.
Instagram is just a big waste of time in my opinion, because it's like you're looking at photos, you're not really gaining anything from that. I think with Twitter, which I like, and I'm on and off in Twitter, but the reason I like Twitter is because it's very like, it's like the YouTube comment section. It's like the best thing part about YouTube is the comments. and like I think I just see all this like racism on like Twitter. It's about like, oh yeah, white people suck, white people this, white people that. And it's like, who cares? Like, you're on Twitter too much, man. Chill. Like,
I mean, as a white person, I feel like I look at that shit and I just think, wow, how sad.
I know, right?
These people are, they just seem miserable, dude.
I know, right? Like, why do you care? Who
They
cares?
seem so miserable, so insecure.
But the thing about
It's
that
like,
is that
it's like you're just advertising your insecurity.
you're
towards white
advertising
people.
you're advertising your racist, because like you hate racism. You hate that, oh, these white people are racist. No, dude, you're the one being fucking racist because you're already having an opinion over somebody you don't even know.
Yeah,
It's like
true.
that's what one-sided racism to me is. It's like you're being racist towards somebody, but in reality, because you're going like, oh, that person's racist. No, man, you're the one who's racist. Like, Like an example.
Yeah, because I think a common misconception about white people is just like we're racist by default.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
People just look at us and
you're like the scapegoat. Like
Yeah.
like let's just talk smack about him. He can't do nothing. And they all jump on the pile like, yeah, they all suck.
Yeah.
You know?
And the reason that doesn't really bother me, I guess, is because I look at it and I feel like that just really stems from deep-rooted insecurity.
Yeah.
Like, these people are really just insecure about white people.
I know, no, it's really what it is. I'm just like, I look at it on social media, I go, man, you're all dumb. Like, you're all really like going liking these posts, going like, yeah.
Because, like, to them, that's like their small victory. Like,
Yeah, right.
The way I see it
I
is
agree.
like, they feel like white people, I guess, are on top, privileged, like, I guess, domineering,
Yeah.
you know, put first in the country, and they think
That's the thing. That's what it is.
and then they go on Twitter and they talk shit about white people as if that's solving anything. It's like, bro, that's not solving anything. Like, what? It's just, I guess your little small victory.
And
or
I'm not
something.
saying
You go and talk
racism
shit about
doesn't.
it, but it
Racism
do
does
anything.
exist. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, of
But
course.
it's like, dude, like,
It's just the Twitter going on Twitter and bitching about it isn't solving anything.
But
You know, it just
even-
makes you look pathetic.
even it's like you hate racism so much, right? Why are you being racist?
Yeah, that's true. That's not gonna solve.
Like, you're literally being a hypocrite. That's what frustrates me so much in life, because I see it in real life and I see it on social media. It's like I'm not trying to, like, you know, defend the small white guy or whatever, but it's like, I'm just saying, like, come on, man. Like, everybody.
Like, if you have a problem with something, there's better ways to go about it than to just bitch about people on Twitter. Bitch about it on Twitter. That's so phony. You know, you act like you hate it, and it's so important to you that you need to go and make a tweet about it and all this shit. But it's like, what are you really doing to solve what you see as this issue? You know?
Nothing. That's why they make a Twitter post about it, and all these like dumb people start jumping on.
Yeah, and they think, oh, because I made a Twitter post and I got a bunch of likes, that validates me.
Exactly.
Like, I did something. I helped.
It just shows me how
problem.
many, when I see those posts and I see how many people like it and comment and agree, I go, man, I just realized how many dumbasses there are. You know? Like,
Yeah, and that goes back to this belief that I have, or that goes into this belief that I have that, like, 75% of the world, maybe more, is fucking stupid. You know, smart people are the minority. Oh, don't press.
no, I don't.
Smart people in the world are the minority. We're vast. Well, I say we. I'm not gonna go out and say, oh, I'm a genius, but smart people
Yeah, me neither.
are vastly outnumbered.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
But
I think
stupid people, and you'd be.
But I'm not gonna lie,
Like,
stupid
it's
people
astounding,
are
bro.
funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like, saying stupid people or people who are not that bright, like, are funny. Like, there's
It
this
is
guy in my
funny,
job.
but it's like astounding, bro.
There's a
It's
guy
like
in my job,
astounding
and
that someone
he'll
can
be
so
like,
stupid.
millennial kid, and I'll be like, you know, I looked it up. I'm actually generational Z, and he goes, no, millennial kid. I go, you know, my name is Chris. I've been working here for like a year or more than a year now.
millennial kid.
Like, you know, my name's Chris. He goes, what up, millennial kid? I'm like, bro, like, how many times? I go, whatever. You know what? It's like, why am I even gonna bother telling you my name? You're gonna forget it tomorrow. But like, people like that, like, they make me laugh. Like as dumb as they are, you know, they make me laugh. It's like, what can I do?
Yeah.
Or people who are wearing like plastic bags and like pool noodles on their head and like, you know, just being dumb, like, or putting like gallons of milk on their heads thinking to protect them from the virus. It's like,
Gallons of milk.
like,
I haven't
no,
heard of
they
that.
just put like, they like cut half a gallon of milk and put it on their face and put like the hole from the, it's like, bro, come on, just buy a freaking respirator. Save all that trouble and just buy like a respirator. I swear it's, or putting like trash bags on their head. Like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, honestly.
Also, Dr. Fauci says Americans shouldn't shake hands after this again. I like Dr. Fauci because, like
ever?
yeah. Like, but the thing about him is that he's like, he's very like direct. Like, he doesn't mind telling like President Trump or whoever they're wrong. Because I think President Trump said that there was this medicine, I think it was called hydroxyphil or something, that would help you from the virus. And and then this doctor was like, well, actually, no. Like, it might not help you. That, you know, he basically was telling him he's wrong. Don't listen to him, you know. And he states the facts, and that's what he said. Like, you don't shake hands anymore. But there was also a doctor who choked out a teen for like not social distancing.
Yeah.
That's so dumb. Like, bro, like, what are you doing?
That's
That was funny and dumb. It was like this chick, and like he like was like on top of her, like choking her, like both hands. And I go, what is that gonna solve?
That's like counterproductive. He's
It's
like,
yeah.
you're not social distancing, so I'm gonna get close to you and touch you and grab you.
That was so stupid of me. Also, there was a driver. Says a spider distracted him, and he like struck 3 vehicles and pushed one of them into a vehicle. It's like, what the hell is going on with the world right now? It's like what was that spider doing? Like stripping or something? Like, I don't get it, man.
I don't know. Maybe he's like got arachnophobia or something.
Also, there was like this one. I think it was a general or something. He's like somewhere in the militia. I couldn't tell. He looked like he was in the army. I don't know. He was some like high-ranking officer. It seemed like.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a quote from him. He goes, "If not for yourself," and this is talking about like he was saying that Hispanics and blacks are more sustainable or suspectable. I don't know what the word is. Susceptible towards getting the virus.
Why is that? Or why did he say that was?
His logic was really dumb because, in my opinion, it was like he was saying that his logic was that, okay, well, we did a study from New York and the patients from New York, and we found the percentage of people who are sick are black and Hispanic people. And that's all logical. Like, I'm not trying to like pander towards the minorities because I am a minority, I guess. But like, of course they're gonna be more susceptible. They're living together. They're not.
Yeah, everybody in New York's like on top of each other.
Yeah, exactly. Not even that. Like a lot of Hispanics and black communities, and they live together towards like a later age. Oh yeah. That's just a fact.
Yeah, white parents want you out of the house by like 18.
And like the thing about that is like populationally, I was reading an article, and this was an article published like a year ago or something. I was saying that like there's more Hispanics and blacks in New York, so of course they're going to be a higher percentage.
Yeah,
that was just so dumb. But I think the funniest part was what he said at the end of his speech was like, he's saying like he was like, saying like, Hispanics and black people have to step up, and he said that if not for yourself, then this is a quote, then for your abuela, do it for your granddaddy, do it for your big mama.
Do it for your big mama.
Do it for your pop-pop. I go, bro, like, why are you talking to us like we're like 5 years old?
Do it for your pop-pop.
like who, like, and the thing about him is that he might have not even written this, but whoever written this is like, are you talking to the American people like you're like we're dumb, like drooling, like watching TV? It's like, come on, man.
If we're being real, I think that's how the government sees us.
It probably does. It's like, okay, we gotta tell these idiots, chill out. Like, but it's dumb. Like their logic is that it's like, do you not understand? Like,
no, it's because I feel like the government, like, they look at us like fucking ants.
Of course, they don't care.
They're like, look at these common folk.
They see us like as sheep. Like, how can we herd these? Okay, we need these sheep to stay in this house and not leave this house.
How can we brainwash them? How can we get more votes out of them and shit?
Yeah, exactly. It's all like I've been knowing that for years. Like, government's just a joke sometimes.
It's all a game. Yeah, it's a joke.
Yeah,
that's a good way to put it.
And
but I mean, I guess it's a necessary evil.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like that's just the quote he said. It was so dumb to me. It was just like,
do it for your big mama.
Do it for your pop. I was like, bro, who you talking to? Like,
fucking 4-year-olds.
Yeah, bro. Do it for your pop. I was like, come on, man. I think he was trying to like, be like, yeah, I'm your buddy,
Might have just got my ass ripped in the mic.
But it's like,
Oh, we hit an hour mark. Hell yeah. Why did it turn red?
Well, you want to just finish?
Should we start wrapping it up?
Yeah, we should wrap it up. It's probably an hour. We don't leave it too long. We'll probably edit some out. I guess I always try to. My goal for these podcasts, I want to put a quote, and I know I'm trying to sound edgy, but I really want to put a quote just so people can leave off on a good note. And a quote that I really love and I really say to myself all the time and repeat to myself in the morning and whenever I'm feeling in doubt or whatever is that our deepest fear isn't that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we're powerful beyond measure.
I like that quote.
And I think it's just to show that don't doubt yourself, man. You can do anything in life. Just please try and strive and reach your dreams.
Hell yeah.
And the last quote I wanted to hit was that my grandpa today in the morning, he was talking about not really a quote, but a story from my grandpa was that he was talking about how when he was younger, his dad would tell him like to his mom and to everybody in the house, he would be like, we're not the same, to his wife. He would be like, we're not the same, basically saying men are better, and he was the kind of dad who would beat you with the the ironing cable. Like he would hit you.
Oh yeah.
And he was that kind of guy. My grandpa. Sorry, I call my grandpa my dad sometimes 'cause I don't have a dad. And my grandpa, my grandma and my grandpa laughed at that, because just to show you where they're at now, don't let your past become who you are,
Yeah.
And I really appreciate my grandpa for that. Like he learned from that. Like he left as soon as he could because he just didn't like his dad. His dad was a horrible man, and to this day I look up to my grandpa. He's somebody who I admire, Anyways, everybody, thank you for listening to our podcast. Like and subscribe if you.
Remember to smash that like button.
But no, for real. Like, if you guys like our podcast or you find it entertaining, then please support us if you can. Any way you can.
Support, and
we'll keep making more. If not, we'll probably just keep making more and whatever.
Yeah,
but
I mean, we're gonna do it regardless. But just y'all showing that you like it by commenting and liking. It's just. I don't know, I guess a nice gesture, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate all of you.
Just that you let us know what you think of it, leave feedback in the comments, leave likes if you like it, dislike if you don't, stuff like that. It's just, all feedback is good, we appreciate it, and yeah, just thanks for tuning in.
Alright, thanks guys, bye.
Deuces, let's get drunk.